everybody. I decided to address today questions that I have been getting from my friends and family who've seen my site. The first question is, why am I retiring early and taking off to travel for a year? Now, anyone who's known me for very long is not surprised. I'll start off by saying that, or they shouldn't be very surprised. I've always loved to travel, and this has always been my bucket list has always been to take off and travel. It's been over 2 years ago now. I got sick over the holidays and was in bed for about 8 days, and couldn't do anything, just sat and had nothing to do but think. I'd been working so very hard, harder than I ever thought I'd have to work in my life just to put a roof over my head. It may sound over dramatic, but it really is. It's a lot of hours and a lot of stress, and I just made up my mind. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it for much longer. And actually, if I'd not decided to retire when I did, I would have already left the job just for my mental and physical well-being. So once I thought I might be able to retire early, but I have to see where in the world I can live on the little bit amount of money that I'm going to get in retirement before I can claim my Social Security. So I spent those days in bed just looking, reading magazines, looking at websites, at airfare, just looking at a lot of things, cost of living in different countries. And I happened on Chiang Mai, Thailand. At the end of those 8 days in bed, I had decided Chiang Mai, Thailand was the place to be. Before I went back to work, I bought a ticket to go to visit for 2 weeks to check it out, about 10 months later. And by the time I went, my daughter wanted to go with me, so Monica went with me, and Keith couldn't go because he was in school. And we had a great time. And when we left, after those 2 weeks, Monica said I could live here, and I said I could too. So that's when the die was cast. I decided to do this. Now, since then, there have been some immigration problems people have had getting in and out of Thailand. So I can't just go there and stay for a year. It's too complicated to explain, but there are reasons why that is not a good idea. But that's the catalyst that got me deciding to do this. I will be spending, I would say, 6 months or 7 months in Asia, and 3 or 4 months in Europe, in the general European area, and then ending in West Virginia to visit my sister Carol and her family. So that's my plan. I'm going to go through it with you and show you how I plan my trips. I'm very anal about it. I know it. I'm OCD when it comes. This is the one area of my life I'm OCD. Because I used to be a travel agent, and I just really like to make a detailed plan. But having said that, you can really ruin a vacation by being too detail-oriented once you're on vacation. I like the planning part. It's part of the enjoyment for me. I'm like my dad in that respect, and my brother-in-law, Duke. We like to plan. But once I'm traveling, it's fly by the seat of your pants, and I am not going to be making my reservations for airfare or for trains or any of that ahead of time, except for the flights to get me to Asia from California, and except for 1 week in Taiwan when I'm meeting my friend Winnie. I know when I need to be in Taiwan in April of 2021. Other than that, everything else is just up for grabs, and I find that so exciting I can hardly wait. Thanks for the questions and all the support everybody's been giving me, and now I'm going to show you how I make my plans. Bye. I go to Excel. This is how I plan all of my trips. I put the dates that I'm going to be gone. I have the dates of the whole year here. And then I just enter what where I think I might like to go. This can always change, but you have to start somewhere. This is probably my 15th or 20th spreadsheet. I've been adjusting, talking to friends and family about when they could receive me and adjusting accordingly. Here's another good idea when you're traveling. Look at the national holidays of the areas that you're going to, because just for information purposes, you don't want to end up being in Vietnam on their New Year's Day accidentally. If you want to go there to participate, then that's great. Maybe you do want to go to Vietnam on New Year's Eve, and that would be tons of fun. But you just don't want it to happen to you as a surprise, because it'll be very crowded. During a lot of national holidays too, stores and restaurants will close down because they have vacation during the holidays. Japan has lots of quite long holidays, like 11 days off for Golden Week. I don't have that on here. But anyway, it's just something that you want to keep in mind while you're planning. I decided I want to be in Chiang Mai for New Year's. All of the Asian countries celebrate New Year's on this day. And I decided I want to be in Thailand, in Chiang Mai in particular, because they have a nice New Year's celebration, but it won't be quite as crowded as if I were in a huge city like Bangkok or Ho Chi Minh City or something like that. Chiang Mai is quite a small city, and I think that's more my style. And then I also write down here what country it is, because you'll see in a minute how I summarize how many days I'll be in each country, and I'll show you why I need to know that. Here I have one particular week during my whole trip that I know my dates are firm, and this is because I'm meeting my friend Winnie there, because she can take these days off because it's her daughter's school holiday, and Winnie is from Taiwan and is going to meet me there and introduce me to her friends and family, and we are going to have a ton of fun. So this is the one week during the entire year I know for sure where I'm going to be. If you're going someplace like I want to go to Disneyland and Disney Sea, and Tuesday and Wednesday are supposed to be the lightest days to go, I made sure that there are no Japanese holidays during this week, and then I'm planning to go to Tokyo during that week. Then you have to make up your mind, when are you going to move from one continent to the other? This is just my tentative plan, is to fly late April to the UK, visit my friend Anne, and then from here I'll be in that part of the world for a few months. Okay, then I just write myself a bunch of notes where I'm going to be, and you'll see an S here. This is why I'm keeping track of the countries. I want to know how many days I'm going to be in each country. But when you get to Europe, you need to know how many days are you in the Schengen visa area. Very important. You can only be in what's called the Schengen visa area for 90 days out of every 6 months. So I have to keep track here. These are here I've kept track here. These are the Schengen countries as of today. Well, including Bulgaria and Romania are in the process of being added, so I just added them here. I can spend only 90 days at a time in this area. They fine you per day very hefty amounts if you go over that, and they can prevent you from re-entering in the future. So don't go over your 90 days. So these are the countries that are not in the Schengen area, and that's why I'm keeping track of this.
I want to spend some weeks, this is 3 weeks, with my sister and her family in West Virginia before coming back to California. This is very tentative. I wouldn't buy my ticket here. My plan is to come back to have Christmas in California, in the Bay Area of California. Beyond that, I really don't know when I'm going to be coming back to the US. Sometime by Christmas. So anyway, this is what I did. Then you summarize your data, and this shows that I only have 70 days in that Schengen visa area, and so I'm fine. And that's it. That's how I do it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ciao.